Hey guys, how's it going? I want to give you a quick review on a product I feel was instrumental during my self-imposed 12-week body fat shred. 1st Form's Royal 21 King system. Alright guys, before we talk about anything else regarding products, you gotta remember anytime you want to make a change, especially in your health and wellness, the first thing you gotta do is look into your diet, your micro and macro nutrition. You have to make sure you're getting the right products, the right stuff at the right times to make the changes that you want to make in the gym. Now, the second phase is obviously going to be the work you put in. You got to do activity. You got to get up and move. Whether it be the gym, whether it be home workouts, whatever it is you need to do, you have to put the work in. Not going to happen with a pill. There's no pill on the market, which is part of the reason why I was always skeptical on using a product like this. Granted, I'll give 1st Form a pass on the simple fact that they say right on their own website, right in the own information for their product, this is not a magic pill. You need to eat right. You need to work out. You need to do those things if you want this product to work for you correctly. In addition to that, they offer 110% back money guarantee. How could you lose then if they don't like the product, if it doesn't work the way you feel like it should have, you send it back, you get your money back. Win-win. Now, as for me, come February 1st, I weighed 191 pounds. I felt good. That's actually coming down from 225 as well. Well, between February 1st and May 1st, I climbed all the way back up to 212. Needless to say, I wasn't happy, didn't feel good, didn't look good, my mood was horrible, my energy level was probably worse. My workouts were shitty, if I even was doing them in the first place. Well, come May 1st, I decided we need to make a change. So I went back to what's always worked for me in the past, diet and exercise, of course. After about 6 weeks, I lost 10 pounds. But after that 6 weeks, for some reason, it just stopped. Couldn't lose another pound. I went about 3 weeks, no change at all, which is not necessarily something I've ever experienced before. So what I then did, take a step back, give myself a week to do homework, research, and find out why I couldn't lose any more weight. Well, a lot of my stuff led me to find out that I most likely screwed up my metabolism. When you do that, what happens is, it doesn't matter how little you eat, you're probably not going to lose any more weight. You got to find a way around it. Usually that actually means eating more and putting weight on to get your metabolism back where you want it to be. Now, there are products on the market, like I said earlier on. I trust 1st Form, so I decided to try 1st Form. Now, in addition to that, I set myself up with a 12-week body fat weight loss plan. I didn't want to lose any strength. I didn't want to lose any size. It's important for me to be ready at work. And obviously, just in normal life, I feel better when obviously I have a little more muscle on my body. Now, with all that, I want to talk to you about each individual product, but you got to remember this is a system. Alright guys, first product in this system is Royal 21 King itself, where the system gets its name from. Now, what does this product do? It's an advanced formula thermogenic. What it's going to do is going to use a great blend to give yourself a huge amount of energy and focus throughout the day without having any crashes or jittery feeling as the day goes on. It's going to allow you to get into the gym no matter when you work out. Now for me, because of the stimulus spend, I use it as a pre-workout. You also, when you're using this, you can't use a product like a Megawatt or a stimulus-based pre-workout in addition because it's just not going to work well in your system. It's not going to make you feel right. Stick to this and something like an Alpha Cree if you want to use an additional focus. At the end of the day though, this is probably all you need if you want to take it or work one of the servings in just before you hit the gym. You do take 2 servings a day, about 5 hours apart. So you can plan that out based on what your day is and what your schedule is. For me, I would take my first serving roughly a half hour before I went to the gym. I usually hit the gym in the morning, probably about an hour to 2 hours after I wake up. I would then take my second serving later on in the day, roughly 4 to 5 hours later. Gives you energy all day long, keeps your body in a state where it wants to burn calories, burn fat, and it helps you kind of curb cravings away from your whole food meals. Alright guys, next product in the stack is going to be the T21. Essentially what T21 is going to do is going to help your thyroid and get your metabolism in control. So, like I said for myself, I believe that my thyroid and my metabolism basically went to shit. I couldn't lose any more weight. So what this is going to do, it's going to help bring your metabolism back to where it should be sustainable. It's going to help you raise your metabolism back up if it's low, get you back in a position where your body wants to burn fat, wants to get yourself moving. So this way you could actually use the calories you're bringing in to help fuel your body versus store them for later on use. That's how you build fat. It's also going to give you a little bit of that sustained energy also, but it uses a little different formula, so it's not so much a stimulus based. It's just going to give you ability to stay focused and ready throughout the day. So no matter when you work out, you can make this work. Now I also take this the same way as I take the King, 2 a day, twice a day with the King. Works well. I haven't had any problems. The best thing about the whole thing is it didn't affect me in the terms of where I felt like I was overwhelmed with energy, or I couldn't, or I ever had a crash or jitters or anything like that. It was sustained. I get through my day, get through my workouts, get through my meals, get into work, and then I still have another 8 hours without having much of an issue. Usually what happens is, towards the end of the day, like everybody else, you start getting tired, you start relaxing. Well, when you start relaxing, it's when you got to start thinking about the next product. So the next product is going to be C21. C21 is great. Again, same as the rest of the stack. You don't need to be taking the rest of the stack, but it works very well when you combine it. What the C21 is going to do, it's going to help reduce your cortisol levels. If you're not familiar with cortisol, what it's basically going to do is going to want to hold on to fat. Your cortisol levels are higher when your body's under more stress. Well, if you are working out hard, if you are working hard, if you are dieting hard, not necessarily in the sense where you shouldn't be crash dieting, but just changing up your system, your body's going to want to produce more cortisol. It does that to protect itself. But when it does that, it makes it very difficult to lose, especially belly fat, stubborn areas, things like that. So essentially what this is going to do, it's going to help keep those levels in check, so this way your body continues to burn fat even while you sleep. Now, for my individual results, again, I used this over the course of 12 weeks, 3 months. The first go around, I used it at the start of the program, so I used it for 3 weeks, and then I took 2 weeks off. I then used it for 3 weeks, took 1 week off, and now I'm using it for the last 3 weeks of my program. And like I said, I'm basically coming up on the end of that. When I started, I was basically 202 pounds on July 21st. Well, today is October 10th, and I'm basically down 21 pounds, 22 pounds. A large part of it I will contribute to this, because the weeks I did use this, I saw a little bit higher rate of loss versus the weeks where I didn't. I also, throughout the entire time, I felt much better. I felt better than I did before. I've also been the ability to not necessarily have cheat meals, but not necessarily worry about certain meals when they did occur. I was able to still live my life because my body was in a state where it was burning calories more effectively. It was using them for energy. And like I said before, my goal was to lose body fat without losing any real strength. Well, most of my lifts have actually increased or improved. And a large part of that is both because of the work I've put in and the training program I had set up for me with PT boss Mike Trotter. My diet plan basically was set up by myself, but I used the guidelines of John Gorman and his books that he both had, the 2 books that he has, one of them being Flexible Fat Loss, essentially carb cycling with counting macros. Look into those things. Those guys are awesome. They're definitely going to help you. The product itself is going to help you. The whole product line, anything First Form has, they probably have something that's going to help you reach your goals. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments, send me an email, whatever it is you need to do. If you're on Instagram, I'm going to have a link to this in my bio itself, so if you want to read more about it, I'll put a link somewhere in here on YouTube as well. It's important to read this stuff and do your research, but also ask. Ask other people that have used it, ask professionals. You shouldn't use this stuff if you're basically in a spot where you're not sure what you're doing. Always seek professional help first before you use any type of supplementation.